How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Welcome to Titty Tuesday. What are we looking at? Looking at Fresh Coast, a juicy pale ale from Three Sheeps Brewing. We can get 3 sheeps to the wind if it wasn't only 4.8%. But we're going to make it taste much better in this glass that I got from Clyde honoring Ed. And my beer is pouring uphill so that it can run onto the floor. You're not tying up, mister. Okay, it smells kind of IPA-ish. I'm not going to waste any time. Cheers. So I like to know how some of these microbreweries address something when one of them might call it a pale ale and the next one is going to call it an IPA. Reminds me an awful lot of an IPA, except for it's kind of less of a roller coaster ride. It's, for the most part, it's holding out to that just kind of a distant tropical fruit. It's not really in your face. Like if I just got done mowing the lawn, which I have people. It's supposed to be Miles' kid, but I was informed by Mike that Miles mowed it last time. Hey, this kid wanted to make a little extra money. I wanted a little less work. I thought it was a match made in heaven. Right off the bat, I received a package that I don't understand. It says nimrodwares.com. Yeah. Lily, your timing is impeccable. Nimrodwares.com. It's a package of some sort, and it says ship to Galak giveaway. I'm not having a Galak giveaway. And it was another example of the piece of shit mailman that I have. He still hasn't, after being told by his supervisor to put things on my porch, has yet to do it. I had 2 things delivered today. One of them was a tractor-style flipper cover for the exhaust on our man lift, and he put that on the mailbox. And this he shoved through the mail slot as far as he could get it to go. Yeah, I immediately called his supervisor, and I will keep calling until they either remove him or he does his goddamn job. Okay, now I see why it's one of these awesome Glock knives. Yeah, I was gonna say, mine should be over with my knives, but I actually use it more as a bottle opener. Okay. Somebody is going to have to let me know about this knife giveaway or Glock giveaway that I'm having. I'm not going to open the package. They are nice knives. I mean, I don't know if I know I've worked mine a little bit. I got this from Tardisius. The first Glock I actually ever owned. Yeah, it's it needs a little love. I don't remember the last. I don't think I've ever put this to the to this guy, to the V Sharp. Of course, right now it's on the finest blade or finest stone, and I'd like to attack it a little bit before I go straight to that. But yeah, so it's a I guess it'd be an OD green version of one of these, and yet I'm not entirely sure. Hey, you really wanna see somebody have a shitstorm? Use someone like Sharky out there who knows how to keep stuff sharp. Actually, it's quite a few of you that actually know how to keep stuff sharp. But this guy here, yeah, this just peels metal away. This would be the kind of thing I think Matt should bring over that one, and at least try to remove the chips. But if you have any respect, for a blade, the last thing you want to use is something like that. I mean, I might take something like that to a lawnmower blade or something like that. But yeah, so this is. Okay. Smile Money was first. Shocking! Congratulations, Smile Money. I don't know if that's ever taken place. Multi-Gunman says, winning. Smile Money, I hope you will be okay. Matt says it's dangerous to do brew reviews alone. Laugh out loud. Oh. I know I don't need to justify anything, because I really could be a whole. David Brown could write a whole series on what's wrong with me. It's Tuesday, so it's Fur Tuesday, and I was just inspired by the selfless act. These girls are obviously stranded out in the woods. Minimal amounts of clothing, probably due to maybe an airplane crash, or when they hit the ground, you just kind of blow out of your clothes. Well, you can see, and they obviously found some stuff to. I mean, this could be their last meal. I mean, they look like they're in pretty bad shape, but you can see they found a banana in the Everglades, and they decided to share it. And I mean, I was just when I ran across this picture, I just immediately felt the heartfelt compassion that these poor innocent girls, and the fact that they were willing to, instead of one of them greedy, going on without the other, that they would share the banana that they found in the Everglades. Smile Money, no one else out there. Yeah, you kind of were holding the shit all to yourself. Smile Money, they are boycotting for Matt. Cobra says Matt's new boss probably creeping on his social media, so he's trying to keep it clean. Ben N. Wolf? Smile Money says, damn, I thought I was alone. Welcome. Smile Money. The rectangular area above the free beer poster is empty of visual aids. Can you fix that? I like this one. No trespassing. You are here. I think Clyde has one of those at the perimeter of his property. Oh, here we go. Gunwild, third commenter, bitches. Poco Loco, you want us to send you photos for that? Yeah, right, haha. Clyde, fifth, whiskey and revolution for all. I shit you not. It landed sitting up. Because if it didn't land sitting up, I wouldn't be able to do this right now. What shall we have? Something off the beaten path. In other words, the row behind. A road less traveled. Mind your business. The American oak. Now, unfortunately, the 3 woods, or the one I recommended to JR10, I don't have. That was the one that Matt had for and I'm sure a short amount of time. You know what? Everything is better when you're having it. Everything is better when you're having it with your grandmother. Yeah, this is NIHAP. Look at me go! Yeah. Actually, diet-wise, I have, okay, first of all, just to catch up, my A1C, I bought an A1C meter. That's actually kind of misleading because I bought a kit and it allowed you 5 tests, which if I would have realized that, I would have never bought it. Who the fuck does 5? It should have been 6 tests. So it allowed me to do 5 tests. And I screwed one up because me and Christine were trying to figure out how the little blood collector went together with the little injector so that it would go into the, because it pushes your blood and some liquid in, yeah, so I screwed all that up. So right off the bat, I don't know what I paid for this. I thought it was a tester, and when you were done with, I thought it was like a glucose meter where you put the little, yeah, no, it's not. It's a complete, basically, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests, and then you chuck everything right in the shitter, or the garbage. Christine actually put the shitter sign over the shitter. So I did, the very first thing I actually tested was my A1, and the meter came back saying, good, and I was 5.2. And then Christine tested herself, and she was 5.2, saying good. And then the following morning, same situation, I tested it again, and I had good and a 5.3. And then on the glucose, it was whatever that number was. I'd have to look back to my shit I sent, and I have 105, 1 something. It was also good. So, yeah. But, having said that, it could be a lot of things. My issues with my feet could be a pinched nerve in my back. I've been fighting my sciatic nerve on a daily basis. Like I said, I have a buttload of strips, so I have been checking my glucose level, resting, a morning, and then comparing it, because NIHAP said compare it with different things. Like, so this will be an example of with alcohol. So I don't know. I'm still in search of whatever the hell the problem is. I mean, I'm glad that it's not pointing me in the direction of diabetes. It still is, now that I, recommended this to JR, well, not this exact one, the JR10, but this one still even borders on slightly on the sweet. But, like I said, JR10, if you hear me say this, I still, if you're just going to sip and enjoy it, I mean, to me, Scotch and whiskeys are not, set me up, bartender, and I'm going to slam me another one. I mean, I'll pour a half a shot, 3/4 of a shot if I get, called on a shot and I want to. That is the big thing, I want to. I mean, I don't want anyone to get butt hurt that if Clyde's the first person that says, do a shot, and then someone else went, and it's like, no, I'm at a point where I enjoy the finer stuff, but my goal isn't like, we're not playing college days and I'm just going to see how many I can fucking hammer back. So, JR10, what I don't know is if you have ever had a nice peated Scotch, because for me, that's where it's all at. Best bang for the buck, I would start you in the direction of Ardbeg 10 and Lafroig 10. Now if you get those, you are not going to be overwhelmed on the alcohol because they're not cask strength or anything like that. Now, having said that, that's where the shit really starts to get fun. I love the cask strength stuff, not because it has more alcohol, but it seems like all of the cask strength stuff is where all those extra beautiful, heavy peated notes and, smile money, that, burning tire, oil refinery flavors come from. Now having said that, I really like the Port Charlotte, but I would say if you see it, Paul John peated and the Ardbeg Corryvreckan. Did I say you could come down into the man cave?
Did you say something?
Probably best, I'll just answer no. Okay. Smile money. Oh, Eric, I was going to send you some A1 sauce for you and Miles. And I can say, please do, no. Next time, no. Yes, please, no. See, Smile money, none of these work. What are you looking for, sweetheart?
Hmm?
What are you looking for?
I'm just kind of take an inventory. I thought we had mozzarella sticks somewhere, but I guess we don't.
In the upstairs freezer, I thought I saw them.
I looked. But,
You know, that upstairs freezer is a nightmare.
well, I did clean out some of it, but I still need to finish the rest.
In
We're
the
just gonna do,
in the world of a minor financial score, I would like to take what John said to heart. Get a full upright refrigerator, no freezer, and a full freezer.
that's what my Nona did.
My Nona, Grandma, who I'm having a drink with, she had a full kitchen in the basement. A full kitchen up
Yeah.
and a full kitchen
We
down.
did too in my Nona's old house. It
Those-
was full kitchen up, full kitchen down.
Those bitches took canning season real serious.
Tell me about it.
But some of that stuff oh my God. My grandma was kind of a pain in the ass, sorry Grandma. But she definitely knew her way around a garden and canning.
There you go. Alright. I'm just doing. There's little personal pizzas down here if you want one for dinner, because it's kind of getting late and I'm just not going to make a big meal tonight. So,
I was just actually thinking about maybe having a salad.
well, you can have that too.
Except for you didn't get me salad, you got you salad.
You can have one of my salads.
Okay. They're still good.
I had that for lunch today, so I'm going to do a little mini pizza for dinner.
I got a steak burrito supreme at Guadalajara.
Oh, boy.
Din Scourge finally showing David Brown the kind of respect he deserves. If he wants to sell more books, he should try writing some smut. Well, now, I don't think the book he's writing right now is necessarily smut, but it is a little bit of a departure from his previous books, and it sounds very, very compelling. Actually, when you see the cover art of the book. Yes. The hell did I... Whoa. Dudes. Okay. Oh, I also had a little theme going here. I actually have very cool, an absolute must in any red-blooded American's arsenal is the M1, and then of course the iconic the M16. I'm not saying that this one's an actual M16. Actually, this isn't even 312. This is NIHAP's little beauty here. And of course, you guys already know the story, so Smile Money, I won't bother repeating it. Yeah, I will. The funny thing is this particular one has the bolt carrier. This is the one that was supposed to be in Brian McCown's beautiful, or not Brian's. Brian McCown bought it, or not the bolt carrier. Never mind anything I just said right there. Brian McCown, I love you, baby. Where are you? We need to. Brian was involved with the whole build. That's why he's on my mind. But the actual rifle was Stalker Steve's, and because Brian's the one that got the receiver set for it. And this was the bolt carrier that was purchased exclusively for Stalker Steve's retro. And after I think the third trip out to the range, I happened to have NIHAPs with me, and I swap bolt carriers, and they both run like a silk clock. Douglas. And the funny thing is, they're both the same damn bolt carrier. So someone please explain that to me. These are DRG Manufacturing. DRG Manufacturing makes some of the finest shit. As a matter of fact, El Tenda, if you hear me say this, I am still looking for anybody that will give us a hand with the Justin's Final Mission AR-10. This one is going to take some time. This one is not going to be hydro dip. This one is going to have an American flag and a veteran theme to it. Christine wanted it to be a rifle that was an American flag and wanted the mags to represent each branch of the military, including the coasties. Tugboat Tony. So yeah, it was a mystery to me. This thing worked great with both bolt carriers in it. The one that was supposed to be in here, it was just for some freaky thing. I'm like going, you know what? I've looked at everything else. Everything else is frickin' right. I know the gas system is working. I know. So I took this bolt carrier out of Stocker Steve's, and the rest is history. Okay, moving on. Didn't scourge. Do H3. H3 has already been called, and it is a hit. Poco Loco. Someone give Eric a pepas? No. It's my money. Satan sauce mustard would burn a hole in a plane if it broke in flight. It would not. For God's sakes. I put probably 3/4 of that Satan sauce mustard into my meatloaf, and my only regret is I wish I would have used the whole bottle. So my next batch of meatloaf is definitely going to be the whole bottle. Maybe even a little Satan sauce. Matter of fact, I made a plate for my neighbor Mike. No, take that back. I was greedy. I ate the whole. Mike and Miles ate the meatloaf that I made for Christine because she didn't like it. I don't even know who she is anymore. Multi-Gunman, how many times do I need to say whiskey? Harmarsh says altogether now, whiskey. Yeah, but you spell it wrong. You know, I Multi-Gunman, I just know more your passions lie, and I'm pretty sure that you would rather I wasn't dipping into something called pecan praline or peach or the apple sucks dick. We need to do up Tell you what, Multi-Gunman, let's do a little smoked maple Kentucky straight bourbon, 90 proof. Please hold. And I don't want to sound like I want to push anybody out, but you know how awesome it would be if we could do a brew get together and either it's only my Canadian brethren, or it's all of them and then a select handful of true believers. Which would mean Heffy would need to be here, Nick, Multi-Gunman, Harmarsh. Who am I missing? Someone's gonna be pissed. Either way, that would be a shitload of fun, eh? Gunwild. I didn't take long for ScrewTube to pull the thumbnail. No, it didn't, and actually, she was well, first we have to get past welcome. Yeah. 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 YouTube. This is nudity to YouTube. Here. I don't want to seem like, one of those asshole-ish people. But yeah, I'm more than happy to be an asshole because YouTube is a bunch of cunty little bitches. So I'm gonna leave her up. She's nudity. They pulled it and they deemed that it was nudity. So that's why I went with the fuck you, YouTube. Yeah, that's nudity. This is not. This is nudity, though. I mean, look at all of that. No, actually, you don't see any breasts at all. I mean, look at all that No, actually, you don't see any vag at all, and you don't see the brown fuzzy center or anything. That's just okay. Harmar says, of course not. Yeah. Rich Huff, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Gunwild, was that David Brown with the suction cup nipples at the beginning? Yes, it was. Poco Loco, isn't John a hooker's customer? Taco John's? See what you did right there. Poco, pre-dawn 2 in the stink. Those are amateur numbers. You need to go up. You need to up those numbers. Clyde, being on your feet all day will cause neuropathy, so can sitting in the wrong type of chair. Puts pressure on the nerves in your back of your knees. You've got plenty of neuropathy. Could be the beginning of ALS. You'll never know. Wow. Thank you. Clyde. Poco Loco. Let that song play through later. Mexican by Ailstorm. Clyde. H4. And H4 is a miss. Stainless 4-5 says, "What's up, my brother?" Stainless 4-5. Stainless 4-5 has been a friend of mine. Oh my God. I think I use this number all the time, but it's probably true. I had like 35 subs when me and Stainless 4-5 became friends, and one way or the other, we check in on each other like every 3 to 6 months. Gunwild. D, as in dog, 8. D8 is a miss. J-Dog, I babied the shit out of that truck. Probably would have broke way sooner for someone else. Probably. Yeah, I can test to a baby's it. I mean, when the two of us leave the stoplight heading up to the shack, I'm usually in another area code before J-Dog has even left the stop sign or the light. Zeus, get your house in order. All supplies and precious metals stocked up ASAP. Cobra says, good advice, beans and rice. Scaring me, Zeus. Cobra, to this day, I am still sorry about my part in the Locked and Loaded show. Not the first or the last time I've fallen short of hashtag Be Like Ed. I'm working on it. I know you are, Cobra, and I mean, that would... Cobra, we've already been there. There's, in my life, in my heart, there's no reason to go on. I so look forward to the day that we can finally get together and sorry, I was gonna take that in like a touching tips moment. It's kind of funny I wear the Starfleet Command thing, but to actually sit and have some beers and a little bit of whiskey and kill some shit on the grill. Oh hell yeah! And like I said, life is short. Life is short. Cobra, but there was like 5 minutes into it. Cobra was like, I'm sorry for this whole thing. Yeah, absolutely he was. He was sincere, and I don't know how many, Cobra, just so you know, I won't mention any names. Not all of them follow the Brew channel. Some of them contacted me in their own way and said, you know what, I saw what was going on. Cobra was trying to apologize, and Jim just kept hitting. And then at a certain point, I was like my life sometimes. I was oblivious to most of what was going on. I was like, all of a sudden it was like the show was gone, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And John was like, getting in contact with Spreaker to find out if there was some kind of an outage or something. And then he was like, we saw what was going on and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you know what? Cobra, I know you apologized multiple times to Jim. And I'm telling you what, and I don't have a transcript of the whole thing that went down. Someone told me that they had screenshots of it. And at a certain point in time, I'd be the same way, because sometimes I'm very good at being Irish. You tried to say sorry to someone, and I went too far, and let's just back this all up. We're all brothers, and life is short kind of shit, and then you just keep getting fucking punched. Well, hell yeah, I'd kick back. The fact is, Cobra, you took the high road. You took the high road immediately. And we are friends. And you are here. We are interacting. We didn't tuck back into a fucking shell and denounce all of our friends. Yeah. I know if this is seen by Jim, it'll be one more fucking stake in my coffin, but there's just no excuse. Life is short. Life is short. Fucking realize it. You know what? Cobra, I love you. You're like in this list of people that are like ridiculously close and mean something to me. And yet, I've never had the privilege to shake your hand. We talk on the phone, we share shit, we, touch tips in each other's videos, we share, common, like-minded thinkers, right down to like-minded thinkers. And Jim, you fucking idiot, if you're watching this, I love you. You are my brother. We have spent time together. We have I was going through my computer and I found like this whole barrage of us fucking goofing off right here. And yet, we're denounced. I'm like fucking deleted off your Facebook. I'm like not part of your life anymore. It's all on you. All I can say is it's all on you. Harmar says, Cobra, you apologize. That's all you can. That's all you can. You've got a couple of friends, or I've got a couple of friends I've not talked to for various reasons. I'm good with my actions. Cobra said, thank you, sir. It's totally childish and ridiculous. And if I didn't care, Jim, I wouldn't fucking say something now, would I? No, Cobra's your boy. Yeah, Cobra's my friend. I've got a lot of friends. And nobody, and I mean fucking nobody, is gonna tell me who my friends can and cannot be. Just when you think you're out. Fuck you. Cobra, the only thing I particularly like from Taco John's is the breakfast burrito. I usually get sausage in it. I bet you do. Gotta get it grilled too. Adding hot sauce is a must, but this is a bottom of the barrel breakfast burrito. Yeah. Now, having said that, Cobra, I do like the breakfast burrito from Taco John's a hell of a lot more than any of that swill from McDonald's. Holy shit, have they fallen? Or maybe it's just me going, you know what, I don't want to do garbage anymore. We go out to lunch every single day. Yeah, I know if I brought something, but me and Greg switch days. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This week, next week, I will do Tuesday, Thursday. We switch back and forth. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose on the holidays. But we've been going to like better places. We don't do fast food. We don't really do fast food much at all. Every now and then, if we're like going, like, cause it's there's an Arby's right next to Menards, and I usually do like the cold sandwiches. I like the turkey and Swiss, that kind of thing. I haven't been doing fries or any of that shit. So today was like probably the biggest departure, having a steak burrito. Armar sub-comment, Cobra, I get that, being a bottom of the barrel breakfast burrito. Cobra, the Spocker, laugh out loud, you have something there. McLean, did anybody record Miles' outfit? I was busy with all your mothers. Matt Davis, can't wait to go fishing. And I can say to him why I would. Have fun? You should. You and me both. I'm saying you should. I don't. I go fishing to be with some good friends. And I'm out there like, jerking off, eating pistachios. Now I'd probably bring a batch of goobers. Tardisius. Rick Ashley, never gonna give you up. Just hit 1 billion views. If you listen to that guy's voice like I have for decades, and then actually go look that video up, that is one homely motherfucker. But, you know, I mean, he does have good hair. He's got fucking great hair. McLean, where's Matt, Eric? Stop dodging the question and get the beautiful ding-dong on camera. Please advise. I don't know. Actually, when he sees this, he's probably going to be pissed off saying, you should have called me. Well, you know what? It's late. Anybody that's getting the hearts knows that it's late. I got a little project I'm doing for David and Bunky. Ordered all the parts. And David was worried that stuff would be sold out, which actually you should be. And he decided to go pick stuff up today, which was a cluster F all to itself. And I literally, Dave, you're finding out about this for the first time. I'm like, I am exhausted. I have been on a man lift, stuck in the sun all day long, being sprayed by an acid wash to clean bricks. And I have been scrubbing, so my back is burning, my arms are burning, not from the acid, but from physically, my hand hurts like hell from holding the, almost looks like I was at a jerk-off contest. My hand is burning from pushing on, because of the big heavy gloves to keep from your skin deteriorating. And all I wanted to do was come home and get all of the grit and the sand from the disintegrating building and the acid and shit and the sunscreen, Mrs. Nyhop, off of me, which I'm also all out of. I have to place an order. Get all of that shit off of me and come down here and drink an effing beer with my brew crew. And as I pass David's house, because we drive like literally, there's David's house, on the way, because he's got this scenic, awesome location right, if you look up skyline, the skyline of Duluth, Minnesota, you'll see that only a few select, prestigious motherfuckers get to live there. So the view from his house and Bunky's is exceptional. And so I pass the house, and now I'm 1 block towards my house, and a nice shower, and a nice cold beer. Now I'm 2 blocks from David's house, 3 blocks from David's house, and I'm like, I do not want him to have to unload all of that shit out of his truck by himself. Step on the brakes, do a U-turn on Skyline, and go back and help David unload. Thankfully, he hadn't done that yet. Help David unload the truck and get everything in a safe location until I can come start the project. Bunky, unless the weather is effed up, I was going to say this weekend, but maybe even start it after work. I'm going to have to see. And of course, both Matt and Miles have donated their help, but we'll see. It's not really a McLean. 3 in the stink. Amateurs. Harmarsh. Watching at 1:30 a.m. Finally released from the House of Many Doors, a.k.a. the hospital. Gotta be a record. Get out May 13th and back in on July 24th. Harmarsh, you know, for a while, me and you could have competed on that. I was in the hospital for, what was I in there for? 5 days, and then I went home, and then I had my little incident where Christine's like, "You're freaking me out." I'm like, "I'm freaking me out." That was that night where if you told me there was a zillion dollars in unmarked bills out in our vehicle, I could not have risen from the couch and walked outside to grab that money. And that's when I left the house in the Mantis. aka a body bag with handles. You should have seen the look on Mike's face. And that's when I got my morphine shot in the alley, and by the time they got out to the street, I could have given an absolute fuck if we ever went to the hospital. As a matter of fact, I asked them if they could take the ambulance up the scenic North Shore, Highway 61, for a while, because Eric wasn't feeling any pain. So then I was back in for, 6 days? And there was concerns of cancer on my liver, blood clots traveling to my leg, blood clots getting to my lungs. That's when I also had, kills a lot of old people, and I always jokingly used to say, I cannot believe someone would die from that. And then I had it, and I was like, and now I can believe that someone could die from that. Harmarsh, stop playing around and stay the hell out of the hospital. And the rest of us have you in our prayers. I lost from Saturday evening to Monday sometime, apparently Sunday a.m. early, when they opened me up looking for what was giving me the problems. Never found it, but my appendix was inflamed, so they took it out. 6 years, 3 abdominal surgeries, all the same scar. Oh yeah, they removed some scar tissue. Yeah. I had my appendix removed. I had my appendix almost burst. Oh my God. If you say to yourself, if I could just let the biggest ass fart, I'd be fine. Could be your appendix. Don't mess around. Mine had already ruptured, and I was basically poisoning myself. And my doctor was like, "Yeah, Eric, emergency surgery. You have a good little nap now." What? And so at the point that everybody else got to go home from having this is in the days when hospitals, actually kept you and did their job. Now, if you go in for something like, open heart surgery, they cut you up and they stitch you back together, and then you actually wake up out in the parking lot in your car, and then someone brings you home. Because the medical system is a fucking disgrace, and they charge $1 zillion. So, fuck you, healthcare system. So back in those days, I had my surgery. They wanted to keep me for, 2-3 days. This was common for an appendix. And when everybody normally went home, and I was coming back with some pretty bad test results, they realized that I had an infection. So that's when my doctor came in, and they gave me a shot of morphine, and he looked at me and said, "Eric, you might want to bear down on something." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, grab the rails of the bed and make sure that your tongue isn't between your teeth. I'm like, why is all this why? And that's because we need to open up your incision, and it has started to mend together. Okay, so my doctor says on the count of 3, 1, 2, and he just rips it open, and they was that purple shit, and they poured shots of scotch in there to kill everything. And then I was there for another 4 or 5 days. I can't remember. That's when my mother introduced me to The Far Side, Gary Larson. And look it up if you can find it. I almost died again when we both ran across a little thing called Toby versus Godzilla. my frickin' mother starts laughing. I'm fighting it. I start laughing. Have you ever laughed after you had your... Armarsh. Fuck Patreon. Cobra says, hey, alright. Well, you know, I got... Matt, fuck Chuck, laugh out loud. Yeah, fuck Chuck. I don't have a problem saying it all. He's a douche. Matt then says, P.S. Who the fuck is Chuck? My hollow point, YouTube, my hollow point, he thinks everything that fucking hurts you, hurts your feelings, I know, I'll get a participation trophy, is somehow fucking funny, but fuck Chuck. Wade, F you, YouTube. They pulled my comment from the last video, so here it is again. David's picture reminds me of my boner. Old, wrinkled, and barely working. Love you. Joey Cuz, John Solar has his old room on that episode of Locked and Loaded. That's how old the video is. Yeah, I believe that goes back to this computer, because it was on this computer. Brad, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother Brad. And may I say, not like I'm bragging, but I'm bragging, I've had the privilege to spend time with Brad. And Brad, you gotta find some reason to come back up here. Or I need to come down there. Jules, Eric, you are too funny.
That's such fake news.
Jules, enjoy your beer. Actually, I do like Dogfish Head, and that one was drinkable. Smile Money, Mrs. Nyhap is going to help you with your problems. Damn, David Brown could write another book on that subject. Mr. Mark Mac 85. That's the most I've seen Miles talk in some time, laugh out loud. That was the Berry Blonde. This one... Okay, so this one was on the private Patreon video. Sharky was saying congrats to Zippy. And then he says, that was a great whiskey, haha. No, it wasn't. Mr. 27, 57th. Mr. 27, the intro might be even more disturbing than the one with Matt. Mr. 27, intro babe, eh. Mr. 27, brew babe, okay. Mr. 20, see, the intro babe, I mean, that's the nude chick. That thumbnail, YouTube decided that is not appropriate. Let us all go over and watch how to shave a vagina. Mr. 27, Orange Durine, beer, Orange Genie, or yeah. Sharky, rifles on deck. Sharky, good to hear Satan will ship across the pond. I'll check what customs over here allow in foodstuffs being imported. They started to check all packages regardless of price. In the past, they didn't bother with anything under $30 in value. Sharky, I still am amazed how screwed up your healthcare system is. I pay $190 a month in healthcare insurance, and that includes dental. There's a $350 annual own risk budget, which is used for certain medical procedures. I've never seen a bill from my doctor, dentist, etc. Hell, even when I went to the ER with a burst appendix, I got emergency surgery, woke up in the ICU, and spent a week in the hospital recovering. Not a single penny. But then again, we also don't pay a fortune for insulin like you guys have to over there. Letting Big Pharma do what they do is not always a good idea. Just my 2 cents. See, when pieces of shit like Obama want to step in and fix things, and they want to have the single payer system and everything is gonna be kiss my ass, you piece of shit libtard Democrats. It's like, oh, things were just so terrible before the libtard piece of shit Democrats got involved. Like I said, Sharky, for I think it was actually $725 a year, the company that I work for, I had everything. Everything. Glasses, dental, everything. Everything. Now, like I said, $750 is actually a pretty tame number. If I told you, all I'll give you a hint at is if I told you what Christine gets taken out of her check every month, $715 for a whole year. Oh my God, those numbers couldn't be interchanged or maybe even more, could they? And then you have shit benefits. She gets so pissed off at me. Well, you need to go see the doctor. Oh, yeah, I need to go see the doctor so I can walk in and go, hello, we're going to send you an $800 bill because you said, hello. Well, if you draw blood, well, then let's add another $1,000 to what you're going to owe. And if we actually look at you, then let's add another $1,000 to what you're going to owe. Oh, and if we need to have an MRI, let's add about $7,000 to what you're going to owe. And guess what? Your deductible is like $15,000 a year. And you're going to have co-pays, and we're not going to cover dental, and we're not going to cover your eyes, and we're not going to cover this, and we're not going to cover that. So, yeah, Sharky, thanks to pieces of shit like Obama and Biden. But then again, that's part of their plan, right? People won't be able to go, and they won't be able to afford to go. You know, at the age, I think, what is they moved it to? The age of 47, 48, 49 to have the camera shoved up your ass. And now I'm like 7 years beyond whatever that is right now. Yeah, okay. Cobra, sub-comment. Big pharma and medical insurance companies have a grip on the U.S. system. They have big government trying to step in and force people to get insurance. This isn't constitutional for the U.S. citizens. So they schemed the system and made it a tax law. No insurance. Then pay a penalty to the IRS. Very corrupt. Yeah, it is corrupt. It is corrupt. And everybody that's part of it, swaying in a tree. Sharky, oh, nice, sweet. Sharky, damn, that last late upload really screwed with my bottle ship game. Guess when it happens again, I should just check the comments on the previous video, too, before looking at my board. Sharky, A5. A5 is a miss. Miss. Sharky, SH. Hashtag Alice33. Mike, here, cheers. Cheers, Mike. Mike, I would take that rye, Eric, and pay the shipping. Mike, C1. Vet, great car. C1. C1 is a miss. Mike, Tony didn't send me any to try as his tester. Well, I guess he can't send it to anybody. I don't know. Probably would have, probably would have worked out better with you. On the Bush Light Apple Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike. Why does that sound familiar? I'm not subbed. He has no content. He has no friends. Well, he has 2 subs. Take that back. Lucky Strike. You probably won't hear me say this. Oh my God, Bush Light Apple absolutely fucking sucks. I disagree. I thought it was new, but I guess it's not. I bought a 30-pack last Saturday night and took it to the card party at the old folks' home. I was able to give 4 away, 3 of them to one alcoholic guy. One lady drank about 2 ounces and left the rest. After giving it a chance, the alcoholic hated it. Went back to his apartment and brought back an extra regular Bush Light for me. That helped get the god-awful taste of the apple out of my mouth. There are 10 left in the fridge. I hate to waste money, so I'm gonna have to hate every last one of them. I'm gonna have to leave you some kind of a comment. I don't know if you just happen to run across it. I like it. I would buy some more of it. Is it absolutely incredible? No, it's lawnmower beer. I thought the apple flavor tastes very natural. Is it like in the same vein of shit that I would? No, it's not. But Lucky Strike, thanks. I have no problems with someone voicing their opinion, and you didn't turn out to leave some kind of a douchebag comment. So I cheers to you. DFC 73rd. That's how this shit goes along. JR10. With respect to the effectiveness of capsaicin cream, I need to find some. When my daughter was in her final stages towards the end, she was having horrible back spasms from dying nerves. Oxycodone did not even phase it. I went to the pharmacy and grabbed a tube. And within 30 minutes, she had some relief. I am not saying that this is a miracle drug, but it is at least worth. Sorry, read more button. Worth a try. Get the brand name Full Strength if you decide to give it a try. I would like to give it a try. Hang on a second. I'm just checking on something. JR10. I see several. I'm not exactly sure which one. I'll have to figure out which one to try. Brand name Full Strength, decided to give it a try. You should also look into an A1C test. It is much more reliable than a random glucose test. If it turns out to be neuropathy, drugs like gabapentin are very useful and effective. JR10, I would be happy to have a conversation with you privately about this. Let's just say that your last recommendation is very doable. But I would like to try the cream. And I was just quickly looking on Amazon. I'd probably go down to Walgreens and see what they have. But I will I would like to give that a try. And JR10 with the last comment. Whoever stated that grapes, bananas, and other fruits are bad for diabetics is wrong. Without boring anyone on glycemic indexes and carb loading, the truth is that sugars in fresh fruit are not free sugars. The sugar in fresh fruit is fructose, which does not have much of an effect on a person's blood sugar levels or carb loading. JR10, being that I know what you do, this is why I always start with you on medical questions. Going to the club. Only 3 of you. Fresh Coast Juicy Pale Ale. It's drinkable. Of the things I've had from them, it's drinkable. Of the things I've had from them, 4.8%. 3 sheeps. Overall, it's just, it's just another version of a lawnmower beer. I'd give it a 6. Sharky, and of course, Gunwild. Gunwild has his 10 guns in 10 days thing that he was tagged in or decided to do. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I just don't have. I don't even know if I'm going to be here in 9 days, so I don't know if I can commit to 10. But you had your Kimber in there, and of course I've always been a fan of your Kimber because you're like me. You have a Kimber that actually runs. Not has the runs, but actually runs. And if you're new, this is my Raptor. This was supposed to be a 1-year run, and then they were going to pull it, and then after that, it was going to be discontinued, and this was going to be like some kind of a collector's item. Well, the Raptor ended up being so frickin' popular that they just never gave it up, and now you can get it in so many different flavors. It has the top serrations. It has the chain link. Same serrations out front. Came with a typical Kimber plastic mainspring housing, and Carfire Ben sent me this real one, which was in a Springfield. And of course I did what I normally do, and I polished the F out of the barrel and polished the front so that you could have a nice shiny view. Full-length guide rod. It has the Novak tritium sights, ambi. Recently, after, I don't know, lost track, thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds, did a complete rebuild with the Wilson Combat stuff in here, and let's see, Sharky, you just have to smile and wait for the flash. And of course the trigger on this is, and just like, oh my god, it's just like, oh, might be some jizz involved in that, but up against that wall. And of course, this side's got all the tells of years of carrying it. Most of the bluing has gone back there, and this would be another one, Jay. This would probably be pretty frickin' badass if it was all done up in the row bar. Actually, when there isn't something there. Now, that's kind of funny. You can actually see the back of the chamber. But that's not proper in my world. Oh, what? That was weird. I guess don't hesitate. And of course, if you're gonna run a, well then, after I ran out of the, after I got done putting you down with the Winchester rounds, or the Lawman rounds, then it was into Mikey's reloads. Let's go to the club. It's my money. Late start. Cheers. Who will be the guest hosting tonight? Didn't Scourge. Is this Penthouse Forum? I hear Matt has a story to say about the time he was holding with 4 other guys from being drunk in public. When he was in DFC. Here's the sunny slopes of long ago. Didn't Scourge. It's got the last comment. And that'd be all, folks. And I will not be here tomorrow, because I gotta go see Jen Effer. Didn't Scourge, taking care of business. Cheers, guys.